The reason why you're seeing more chickens in Singapore is due to some very selfish people. Watch on and you will know why there are so many chickens in Singapore. So, in the past, you associate roaming chicken with Bishan, Pasir Ris, and Kembangan. They are called free-ranging chicken. So basically, those in Kembangan can also be known as Kembangan free-ranging chicken, aka KFC. But nowadays, they're almost in every neighbor, just like stray cats. And it's not just your observation. In 2020, the complaints about chicken made to government agencies was about 1,000 a year. In 2021, the number ballooned to 1,500. But most of them just walk under the sun, minding their own business, sometimes alone and sometimes in a group. I don't know how they can survive under the hot sun. Won't they be air fried walking under the sun? I mean, that time I walk around with Sobi, and now halfway we walk, she becomes Shoba. Luckily,
is she delicious?
Hey, what the heck? How can you ask something like that about Sobi? Where's the respect?
Sorry.
No chili, how can be delicious?
If not crispy, can air fry will be crispy.
Yeah, here's the thing. By right, you can consider them as just birds, so we shouldn't care much. But the problem gets a little more serious in recent years as their population increases, leading to inconveniences like them appearing on the road, them shitting everywhere, and this is the worst of the worst. They have taken over the birds. It got so bad that in 2022, a task force comprising residents and animal welfare groups acted to reduce the chicken population in Sin Ming. So, why the sudden increase? Before 2020, chickens were everywhere. But here's the thing, people do keep chickens as pets. Or maybe they want fresh. I know, maybe they need an alarm clock, I don't know. In 2022, somehow more pet owners abandoned their chickens. Now, this isn't unusual. Somewhere around this period, there was more pet abandonment as people who got their pets during COVID-19 no longer want pets anymore. So, other than cats and dogs being abandoned, chickens were abandoned too. But here's the thing, if you see a stray cat on the street, we'll turn from this to this. Volunteers will send cats to be sterile, so we won't reproduce like BMT recruit who has been on confinement for 2 weeks. But chicken, no way. They reproduce like they are going to make more chickens than humans in Singapore. Moreover, people are somehow feeding them, which leads them to grow more and more. Cause for wild animals, their survival rate is dependent on the environment. So when we feed them, we have changed their environment into one that increase their survival rate, therefore increase the population. This is why it's often recommended not to feed them. But one thing is for sure, you cannot just grab them, cook them and eat them. Under the Parks and Trees regulations, it's an offence to capture or displace any animal within a public park here without the approval of the Commissioner of Parks and Recreation. And of course, injuring or killing an animal in a public park is an offence too. Most of us didn't know about this until this article came out, whereby a man was caught catching a chicken and even defeated it as if he's going to put it into a pot. As to a real solution to this chicken problem, there's no fixed solution. Although one key thing is education, as the best solution so far is to stop feeding them, letting them find their own food and letting nature keep them in check. In the meantime, if you think I learned something, consider subscribing and also watch this video to be slightly smarter.